Chris, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good,
Can you
man.
see
How you
me?
doing? I cannot see you yet.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. What's going on, big guy?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I cannot complain. It's like 95 degrees where I'm at, man. So outside of that, I'm all right though.
Yeah, it's about 90 where I am too.
Where are you based out of?
Oh, I live in New Jersey.
Okay, I'm out in Omaha, Nebraska, man. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah?
Midwest. Yeah, Midwest, man. It's
Yeah.
hot right now.
I don't think I've ever in my life spoke to anyone. You from there?
Yeah. I'm born and raised out there. Yep.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Only person I know from there is Terrence Crawford.
There you go. And he's got a fight here in like another couple months, man.
Yeah,
A big
yeah.
one.
He fight. Yeah, EJ, yeah.
Who you got winning that?
Uh, I, it really is 50-50. Like they both like special talents. Like they both got, styles make fights, but they both bring something different to the table. But I just don't like. I think Errol Spence, he's just like as Bud is like a better boxer. Like he's more talented, um, as far as like showmanship and everything. But Spence is just like a machine. Like I just can't see anybody beating him at that weight class. I can't. So big and strong. I just can't see it happening.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
a good one,
yeah,
man.
if I was to bet money, I would say, I would say Spence for sure. I just don't see it happening no other way. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it's going 12. I don't think it's going 12, but I could see Spence hurting him before I could see him hurting Spence. You get what I mean?
Yeah, Spence is a big boy, man. He's built differently, for sure. For sure. Cool,
Yeah.
man. Well, let's talk about you, dude. What do we
Yeah.
currently do for a living? What do you do for work?
I actually do in-person training.
Okay.
I do like, I do like Uber. I just hustle really, and I actually sell. I make my own like sea moss and I sell it. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, like I just hustle around because I'm not really good at like working for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So no 9 to 5s for you, man.
Yeah, I mean it would have to make sense, Like I'm actually pursuing the fire department, but like
Okay.
that makes sense though to me. It's like you get time off, you got great benefits, you're working 8 days a month. So it's like, and I figure like, the other time that all the time off that I have, I could use that for my training business. But now that I'm looking for looking to get into the online training, it makes even more sense now. You get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So it sounds like we're looking for flexibility and time, and then additional financial freedom along with what else you got going on. Is that correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
Got you. Cool. All right. How many clients are you currently servicing?
It honestly it varies. I would say like consistently. I have anywhere between like 7 to 10 consistently.
Okay.
But it sometimes it does go up. Sometimes people might bring a cousin with them or something like that. But it's not always as consistent as the ones that I've been with since day one. But yeah,
Yeah.
I make ends meet. Some of them pay me more than others because like I try to work with people depending on their financial situations. Like I train like a lot of single moms and stuff. So like everyone doesn't have it. Like realistically, everyone doesn't have it to pay whatever $100 a session and stuff like that. So I work with people, but like I said, it varies, man. Like I just try to get to the money when it's there.
For sure. Now, what are we currently bringing in with training, with your side hustles, with the CMOS business? Like, what are we bringing in totality right now?
Like you mean like monthly?
Yeah.
I mean that actually varies too, but I would say anywhere between like 3,000 to 4,000, 4,500 maybe. But like in terms of like if I'm it depends on how I'm feeling as well, because I'm a big advocate of, like, self-care too. So I don't burn myself. I don't want to burn myself out. I said that I answered that on one of the questions that was in like the link. And part of the reason why I want to transition is because like when you constantly trade your time for money and you're trying to enjoy life, you get burnt out. So
Yeah.
like some months I might make 7,000, some months I might make 3,000, like it just like it depends. And but I'm just trying to get to a place where like I'm consistent and not only consistent but like efficient.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. So I'm going to give you some context behind online training. Industry averages anywhere between 250 a month on the very low end up to 500 per month on the upper end. Okay. It can always go higher as well based upon like our offer. But okay, it's just an average though, 250 to 500. So let's just say you're charging roughly upwards of 400 bucks. Okay. And let's
Mhm.
just say you have 15 clients, that's going to get you 6K right there. If you have 25 clients, that gets you 10K. Right
Mhm.
now, this is going to allow you to have that flexibility. It's going to allow you to help more individuals, but you're not going to actually have to go to them. Right. We can also
Right.
structure this to where we can market it to where we can get people to come to you in person and also come to your online program. So we're killing two birds with one stone. So maybe you have 5 to 10 high paying in-person clients that you really enjoy training. And then the rest of them we're pushing to your online platform. You can phrase it as, hey, I'm trying to help you save a couple extra dollars. Like I've been a master level in-person trainer for over 15 years. My in-person rates were 150 bucks per session. So I was killing it, but I was also training 40 people a week, 2 to 3 times a week, which is crazy. So I was working from 4:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. And as you mentioned, trading your time for money is not what's up, especially as you get older, right? So I want to travel, spend more time with my
Right.
kids. So that's what I was able to do. I was able to start transitioning people who I wanted to still train, keep them in person because they were paying high dollar. And the rest of the people I was just kicking on over to my online program. And then
Right.
I just service the crap out of them from there. Cool, man. I like that. So now that you know the industry averages, what's your overall vision with this? How big would you want to take it?
You mean in terms of money?
In terms of money, but your overall idea, like how you want your business set up. Because I know you just mentioned you don't want to burn yourself out. Like there's some individuals that are like, oh man, I want to make 100K a month, right? Sounds awesome. But I also know that making 100K a month comes with a lot of responsibilities, and you are working a shit ton of hours. For me and my wife, I work maybe 35 to 40 hours a week, and I'm averaging 12 to 15K a month just on my coaching alone. Then I do this. She's got a job. So we have 3 incomes coming. Everyone's different, right? So where do
Mhm.
you see yourself taking this? What type of a lifestyle do you want?
Uh, I'm I don't want to like oversimplify it, but I'm also like, very realistic. Um, money doesn't mean that much to me. Obviously, more money doesn't hurt. But like I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I gotta be a multi-millionaire. Or I wouldn't deny that if that was possible, which it is. But I would say realistically, I happiness for me comes with life without struggle. So whatever that is, whether it's you know, not worrying about how much the bill is, when you're out to eat, or
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
not having to check your bank account and stuff like that. Like those are the things that matter to me because, like I said, I also like a lot of my happiness also comes from the things that some people might not, feel are important. Like just being able to just sit down for take a day off and just breathe and just not do anything. Like because I believe in, I believe in, taking a rest day. If I'm gonna work hard, I don't mind working very hard, but I also believe in resting hard. So like, you know, I it's hard for me to say, but I would say, 10K a month, that's a very realistic, attractive number for me. Like 10K, 15K a month. Like, I mean, you said you work, 35 to 40 hours. Like, I'm cool with doing 50 hours, even if I make the same amount as you. I'm not saying I have to make more, but
Yeah.
the fact that I would be doing something that I love to do it's like it's not work. It's just, it's just something that I do it for free. It's kind of like playing sports. Like I would do it for free. So if I get paid to do it, of course I'll do it. But
So a lot of
yeah, I would
self-fulfillment.
say realistically that, yeah. Uh-huh.
Cool. All right. What do you feel is the biggest challenge for you to actually make this a reality for you?
Said what's the biggest challenge?
Yeah.
That's funny because I was just on the phone. I was just on the phone with this lady that I know, one of my lady friends, and I was talking to her about it. And I was saying I kind of had this idea with the in-person training, where I was going to sell packages, like, you know, in-person packages for about $1,000 a month. You know, four workouts a week, 16 work. You know, I was going to sell that. And I was, you know, I was going to basically sell them to, you know, these clients that they live in like these big luxury buildings where people make a lot of money and they have gyms in their, you know, in their buildings, like state of the art gyms. And I was telling her that, and she was saying, "Oh, that's a great idea." And she said, "Why don't you, you know, like, why would you rather do that than go online?" And for me, I don't really like. It might sound really like shallow, but like I'm not really. I don't like attention that much. Like I don't like being behind the camera and if it's necessary to do this, so I'm willing to do it. Like, you know, I can mold myself to be that way, but I don't like posting content and being behind the camera. Like I do it because, you know, people need a reason to, you know, it attracts people. But I've just always been that type of person. Like I'm somewhat like camera shy. I could say that. I'm somewhat camera shy. I'm not like photogenic at all. So it's kind of like I kind of get like anxiety with those things. I don't have an issue talking to people, but I don't like attention being on me, if that makes any sense. I know that's you probably never got that answer, but that's just the truth.
No, that makes 100% sense, to be honest with you. So this is what we do, man. We just frame it. We do videos, or it's not necessarily just workout videos. A lot of people think they got to post workouts. People need to feel like they can resonate with you, man. So you have shared off a lot of cool things, like about happiness is not worrying about struggle. Like people will want to resonate with that, and they're going to want to reach out to you because they're like, man, yeah, he looks educated, and yeah, he has, you know, this this potential behind him, but I just like who that individual is. You want them to feel like they would want to come hang out with you if that was a possibility, right? People will
Right.
purchase you for your education and for your knowledge, but they keep you because they actually like you. You make them feel a certain way, right? So think about that. You work with a lot of you work with a lot of single mothers, right? So part of your responsibility is to make them feel noticed, support them, encourage them, because most of them, if they are in a relationship, they're not getting that from their partner. So that's why a lot of women will go to someone else, because that individual is not listening to their issues, their needs, and they're not noticing. So when I was training women, if I saw a fingernail done or a hair done, oh shit, okay, she came with it today. And she's like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? And immediately there was a smile, because they're like, man, that's the first time in a week someone's mentioned her hairstyle, right? Or her new shoes, right? So just showing that, hey, every little thing that you're doing, I'm noticing, you know, but in a very professional manner. So you could actually look at your weakness as someone we can turn this into getting you out of your comfort zone and showing and exploiting who you really are as a man. That's going to help other
Mhm.
men reach out to you as well. So for instance, I cater to men 35 to 50 that are high level executives. So what type of problems do 35-year-old to 50-year-old men that are high level executives have? They have shitty eating habits. They rarely work out. They're not present in their kids' life, and their wives despise the shit out of them because they're never home, right? So for
Mhm.
men, we want money, power, and sex. You take one of those away, we got mad issues, right? So if you are home, your wife doesn't want to give you any intimacy because you've been neglecting her and the family for weeks on end. So I'm showing men how I can actually change out their overall lifestyle and habits to become more optimal, not just in the boardroom, but as that father, as that man. So I'll post pictures, I'll post different things of how I do it. I got 5 kids and a wife, right? So people are like, how's he doing this? So I get a lot of people wanting to reach out to me just off of the stories I post that have nothing to do with fitness. Okay, the dude's
Mhm.
41 years old. He's in great shape and he's running around with these kids all the time. I show them how it's like realistic, right? Then you're also going to have like educational content about what you do specifically. And then a part of it is just entertainment. We live in an age where people want to be entertained, right? It's quick, convenient entertainment. So, dude, right now, we're just having a normal conversation. This is what you would do as on one of your things. Maybe you have someone record you and you're not even aware of it, but you're having a normal conversation with somebody else, right? And that's something that we can post and create. And not all the time is it you in front of the content. It's just us batching different pieces. It's going to make sense and speak to those pain points to those individuals that you're helping, right?
Right. Makes sense.
Does that seem more realistic for you?
Yeah, of course. It could, it could be, a case where I'm just kind of like overthinking and, because I've never done it before. Anything that you've never done before, it always seems complicated when you first, start. But like it's definitely not that I'm afraid to do it. Like I'm definitely not afraid of hard work. I have a lot of drive. I understand that I know how to feed off of others' innovation and get creative. I definitely have that kind of mindset. It's just that, like I said, maybe it could be a mental block just with the whole camera thing. And I hate to keep making that like a big deal, but it's just a way that I've always been that way. Like I've always been that way. You couldn't get me to like really take a picture to save my life. So
yeah. We'll get you taken care of, man. We actually have mindset. We would do weekly mindset calls because all the stuff that you're experiencing, it's pretty common, man. And no matter if you're making 7 figures, you're going to have days where you're like, man, why would someone want to fuck with me? Right? Like, what is it about me that they're going to choose over this person? Right? So it's going to happen when you're making 7 figures, when you're making $50. It doesn't matter. We all go through imposter syndrome, anxiety, fear of failure, feeling qualified, right? We just teach you how to work past that to move forward with your business. So you have weekly mindset calls as well. Cool, man. What do you feel like is something that you've tried? Obviously, done a little bit of research. What else have we tried? Are you certified or anything?
I'm actually not certified. Like I started training people during COVID because the gyms were closed, and I've always been in shape all my life. Like I'm an athlete, and I've been in the gym training myself, consistently for the past like 12 years. So like I don't have any certifications. It's just that when people see the work that I put in, they could tell that I put in work, and people want to ask. And like I said, it was during COVID, the gyms were closed. So when they finally opened up the parks, it's like everyone was in there, and me and a couple of my boys, we were just doing workouts, and people kind of started to like notice, we doing like muscle ups and stuff that normal people don't do. But like to us, it's just like, oh, it's just a workout. But they like, oh, in particular, I'm talking about females, a lot of females, and some males too. But that's how it started. And I was like, okay, we started like a little boot camp in the park, and once they opened up the gyms and everyone kind of went their separate ways, it was like, we kind of retained a lot of the same people, like whoever liked working out with us, they'll take our information down and they say, oh, we'll pay y'all. And that's kind of how it started.
Cool. I like that, man. What do you feel like you would need from like a business coach or a mentor? Are you looking for someone direct that can give you like step-by-step game plan? What do you need?
I would say a step-by-step game plan would definitely help a lot. I've actually tried this before. Like the online, like this isn't the first time I've tried it. It's just the first, I guess like the first company I tried it with. It just seemed like I was paying to still figure out everything on my own. And I didn't think that it would. I mean, I think I put down like a down payment of like $500, and I was gonna pay monthly for the cost of the program. But in the midst of, and it could have been a mistake I made. Like you learn, you live and you learn. But like in the midst of trying to learn that, I still have other obligations. I still have bills. I have a car that I pay for, and I have a daughter. So it's like I probably didn't prioritize my time the right way. I don't want to put it on anyone else, but even just in the time that I did put in, trying to figure out the program and trying to learn, it just seemed like I was still on my own. Like it was like, you still kind of just have to figure it out all by yourself, but you're paying for this. And it was just like, I don't know. I kind of I kind of just fell off.
Yeah, 100%. So this is something you are not going to be doing on your own. I'm actually going to show you step by step how I am going to get you to 10K a month on a regular basis. I'm going to also show you a community of people that you're going to be involved with. So you're going to have to assign a one-on-one coach the entire duration. This individual has completed both the 10K and mastery level. So they have that 6 or 7 figure business that you're striving for. They're battle tested. All the information that they got to get them there came from our course. You're also going to have your own sales coach. So I don't care how much of anybody a hustler they are, the sales side of psychology is a whole nother game changer, right? So we're going to teach you how to maximize your overall return on investment, how to close down those calls at a 40% clip or greater, but also do it to where we're not having to have 30 different clients and only charging, you know, $200 a month. We want to make sure we're generating some money for you, right? Make it more substantial. But it's going to be a step-by-step process. The modules that we have you in, it's dictated in specific order. So you don't move on until you execute the one in front of you, okay? All of it's tutorial style, which you're going to see here. Videos, there's going to be a Google Docs on there. They'll save naturally to your phone or your computer. So you'll always have that information to reference as well. You'll have game planning calls. You'll have weekly group calls, 2 times a week of coaching calls. So that's a chance to revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, talk about your struggles, and then kind of pivot and figure out what we need to do next. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's dive in, man. I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me know when you can see my screen, and we'll get this thing rolling for you.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so as you know, with the Next Level Coaching Academy, this is a big deal. We're accredited through the Better Business Bureau, got a rating of an A out of a possible A+, which solidifies who we are in the online space. Also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now, on the success ladder, we got 2 tiers. We got 10K Accelerator, we've got Mastery Level Coach. Now, 10K Accelerator is ideal for an individual such as yourself who is looking to transition, make some impact on the online space, might even need to get certified. The information this course can get us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months if so desired. Mastery level will take place when we're averaging 10K a month on a consistent basis, but our focal point might be to eventually get to that 100K a month mark, become more of a CEO versus a coach of our own business. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we're going to focus on the 10K Accelerator. Our program is really broken down into 4 phases. The first thing that we like to do is get you some clients right out the gate. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We'll teach you how to generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach, and we'll help you develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Now, on the support side of things, I touched on this a little bit, but you're going to have that assigned to one-on-one coach. You'll have a customized game planning call with that individual to revisit where you're at, where you want to be, the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, coaching calls on Zoom, very similar to this. Again, revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, very specific steps and instructions on what you need to execute. You'll also have a sales coach, as mentioned earlier. You're going to have bi-weekly roster group coaching calls, 5 times a week group support calls that accommodate a traditional 9 to 5. This would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, mindset, even case studies. 24/5 tech support. So outside of all of that, you can ask your coach as many questions as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions. And then becoming a fitness entrepreneur, it's exciting, it's dope, it's amazing, but it's also overwhelming as hell sometimes. So we help with weekly mindset calls, breathwork, meditation sessions. We call this the Zenpreneur method. The resources, you'll have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. This will be a game changer. We provide done-for-you programming, which saves you hours of time on your business each week. We'll also give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes. And we also offer an optional certification at no additional charge. It's equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition, 77 questions long. Got to get an 80% or better. It's open book. It's not timed. You'll get an email sent directly to you, and then boom, you will be certified for the online space. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. This is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. Act first. We're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about. We're going to implement very specific strategies to get you your first couple clients. Phase 2, we're going to set up all your back-end systems, make sure you're a fully legal company, figure out what problem you solve for individuals, and from there, we can create our offer and pricing. Phase 3, we're going to teach you organic marketing strategies to amplify your overall reach, get more people to engage with you. We'll teach you our community lead generation method, which we use WhatsApp group for. We'll teach you basic sales creation to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine-tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills, build out consistent client delivery systems, but emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. This is the actual course. 32 total modules. Each module has an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style. You'll know step by step what to do. Okay. First step to becoming a full-time coach. We talked about implementing specific steps. We got 3 of them for you. The cool thing is the resources we provided for you are already done for you. So it saves us a lot more time. We're more efficient. The 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. The 10K roadmap is awesome. It's a 2-part phase. Phase 1, what do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? Phase 2, what do we need to get from 5 to 10? So clear expectations at all points in times. And then based upon your specific goals, we're going to create daily and nightly routines. And as mentioned earlier, we're going to help you overcome anxiety, fear of failure. All those are natural, normal feelings. Okay. From there, we'll show you the top 10 struggles that you can expect to face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions to each and every one of these. Administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get interesting. Have you utilized ChatGPT yet?
No.
So this is like Google on steroids. It's like a high-powered virtual assistant. It allows you to create SOPs, content creation ideas, even guidelines for setting up your workouts or nutrition in like a fraction of the time. We'll show you how to set up Wave and Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls. We even have applications such as TrueCoach and Trainerize you can utilize to load up all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot, make it more convenient for your clients. Financial systems, we're going to teach you the same thing here. We're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, all the different versions of insurance you might need, basically all of your business legalities here. Cool thing is, if you were to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company, which is called Taylor Brands. It takes like 2 to 3 minutes for all your business legalities to be set up, and it's formulated all by a lawyer as well. So it's a fraction of the time to there. Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your specific goals. And then from there, we're going to identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. This is going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program. The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. That high ticket offer is established upon your length of term. So we'll help with that structure of your price. Organic marketing, we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of this by utilizing some AI software. We'll also show you how to expand your overall reach by setting up podcasts and YouTube. We want more people to know who you are and what you're about. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram related. So it's more than just randomly posting, very specific strategies to utilize on all 3 platforms. We even take it all the way down to the hashtag use, page aesthetics, page organization, success metrics, and we'll also show you how to utilize TikTok as well to its fullest capabilities. Content creation made easy. We'll introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, and Microsoft Designer. Great editing features, great for branding, good for page aesthetics as well. And then we'll show you our 10K lead generation framework. So a couple different ways we do this. Earned media, I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people raising their hand, wanting to reach out to you first. We'll show you different strategies and steps to get people to want to be incentivized to reach out to you first. And the opposite end of that is what we would call outbound marketing or conversation and calls. So this is you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation and call examples. But more importantly, we'll show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms and how to build and nurture these relationships, have more one-on-one intimate conversations, and have these people filtered in so they're talking to people that you've already serviced. So that way they have a better idea of who you are and what you're about by the time they get on that sales call. From there, the referral strategy, easiest way to grow your business, friends, families, coworkers, talking about how amazing you are. We'll give you strategies and resources to incentivize them to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask. And then if you're going to be an entrepreneur or any type of hustler, you got to be great at sales. We're going to teach you how to maximize your sales capabilities, to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call, trying to figure out if you really want to work with that individual, which leads us into the closing call. This is you trying to lock down that lead, turn them into a client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be a game changer for you, financing options for people who normally couldn't afford it, and then how to lock them down once and for all. Once we lock them down, we want to go back and track all this. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of terms. So we'll give you our resources to track this more efficiently. Then objection handling is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear on the online space as to why someone can't move forward. The more you can familiarize yourself with these issues, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them to want to sign up with you sooner rather than later. Onboarding process, it's the first 30 days in your program, setting up standards, expectations, getting them resources in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours, really building trust. Client deliveries, the week-to-week process and how we deliver services, but we teach you how to do this more efficiently utilizing ChatGPT and AI software. We also show you the art of coaching, communication styles, what happens when someone's not listening, they ghost you, they want to quit. We'll give you examples for that. And then also, no matter how good of a coach you are, some individuals want a larger community, some want larger touch points with you, and some want to be challenged. We'll give you resources and strategies to get these people to execute at a higher level on a more consistent basis. Customer support, how do we deal with cancellations, refund requests, pause requests? How do we track this? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And then lastly, we'll move into client retention. We want to keep people happy for long periods of time and get them higher levels up into your programming. Any questions on that so far, my man?
No.
How we feel? I know I showed you a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, no. It's definitely helpful. Like I said, I've heard a lot of it before, like in the last one I was doing, but it's, you know, it's a little different, but overall it's pretty much the same like principles.
Cool. All right, quick recap. It's a 4-month program. You're gonna have your customized game planning call. You'll have your one-on-one coach the entire duration. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks, a private sales coach, a Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming and optional certification, and the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we've missed here?
No.
Cool. How are we feeling? Is this something that you feel like can solve your challenges and get you to that next level?
I mean, I definitely, I know it is. I know it is. It's just, you know, just doing it actually.
So again, this is you doing part of it, right? You showing doing the work, but it's also, again, utilizing your coaches, using those resources. Dude, if you have the 3 C's, coachable, committed, and consistent, you'll be a killer in this. Okay, so you just show up and do the work. I'm gonna go over some averages here in a second, but did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
Yeah, was that you that was sending me the links?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I actually got whoever was DMing me on Instagram, they sent me I got some links, and I was looking at some of the testimonials.
Cool.
For sure.
Now, averages, this is going to be a big deal for you, my man. 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, takes them 1 week. Cool stat behind this. The individuals that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging over 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre student, you could expect to make 6,500 to 8K just doing the bare basics. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
People are quitting their jobs in an average of 10.6 weeks to go full-time with their online fitness business. And then of the students who do hit a 10K month, on average, it takes them just 13 weeks. So just over 90 days, people are hitting that 10K mark threshold. So very realistic. We talked about this earlier in the call. And the students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging 366,000 per year. Now, right now, our students are grading the program a 4.6 out of 5. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. Did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
Is that the like, you mean like as far as the refund?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go over it again, but I know what you're referring to.
Yeah. So like a lot of companies will have like a money back guarantee. We have a 3 times your investment guarantee, or you get 100% refund. So to qualify for that, attend your game planning call, pretty standard. Attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested prices of $250 or more for services. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification. Run a scholarship program within the first 90 days, which is only going to get you more clients, and have no late payments. You do all that, show up and just do the work. We guarantee you'll 3 times the amount you invest, or you get 100% refund. So year to date, we've helped almost 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%, which is pretty insane. Does that make us feel a little bit more confident?
Of course. I mean, got to do something different if you want different results anyway.
Exactly. Cool. So next we're going to talk about the investment portion. What's this going to cost us? Okay. We have a payment plan. We have a paid in full option. Payment plan means we put down a down payment. We spread it out over 4 to 6 months. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Cool thing is, man, no matter where you're at financially, we have extended payment plans and we have 3 different financing options as well. So I can get you in the door if you know this is exactly what you're looking for. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. What's this going to cost us, big dog? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm playing. I'm playing, man. There's a payment plan of $7,300, a paid in full option of $6,500 that saves you $800. Out of those two, which do you think would work best for you?
I mean, it would definitely be the payment plan for sure.
Yep, that's what 95% of individuals do. That's what I did, right? $7,300, $6,500 is a lot of money. Okay, so let's talk about how we would do this. Okay, so we'll talk about it if you want to need financing options first, and then we'll work in reverse. Cool? Yeah. So the average student will put down right around 73, or the average student will put down about 2,300 on the 73, which takes us down to 5,000. We spread that 5,000 out over 4 months. Your monthly payments is equivalent to $1,250 per month, which is you needing 3 to 5 clients. Seem pretty reasonable?
Yeah, it seems reasonable. I mean, I would be honest though, like right now I don't have that to put down, but it's definitely doable for sure.
Cool. No problems there. Let's pause for a second and I'm gonna give you the floor again. Really, I want you to kind of review with me, like, what's the main purpose that you feel like online coaching is going to give you as an individual? Outside of the impact of other individuals, what's this going to give you in your lifestyle, in your family, your daughter?
What is it going to give me?
Yeah, what's this going to provide you?
It would pretty much provide me the time and the freedom to just enjoy to work hard, but also enjoy the fruits of my labor. If I have to work really hard to pay bills, but I'm, taking time away from my daughter and, my siblings and people that I love to spend time with, then it's not really worth it to me. So it would give me a better purpose for why I'm doing what I'm doing, if that makes any sense.
100%. So how old's your daughter?
She just turned 7.
Okay, so still in a very impressionable age, man. So like right now, anything that dad does, she is watching like a hawk, man. So let's just take a mental note, right? Yeah, I got 3 daughters, so I already know about it, man. It's gonna be a game changer for you when they get older. Okay, so right now you have the opportunity to spend more time with her, right? More time to be with family, and more importantly, like you had mentioned, happiness is not feeling stressed. What are your stress levels on an average basis right now with where you're currently at?
You want me to give you like 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I'm really a very like resilient person, just in the way I handle my emotions and things that are going on around me. Like I don't really I understand that no matter how good or bad I'm doing, like anything could be taken away from me or given to me right away. So like I would be lying if I said like a 2 or 3. I would say like around maybe 5, because I think that no matter how good your life is, life is going to be stressful at times. So I would say around like a 4.
Okay, cool.
4, yeah.
So do you feel like if we can get you that goal of that financial freedom, you're hitting that 10 to 12K a month on a regular basis, is that going to free up some stress and provide more satisfaction for you and your family?
Absolutely.
Cool. Are you at a point to where you wouldn't settle for anything less than that?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you feel like, now that you've seen everything, do you feel like this is going to get you the results that you're looking for?
I would have to say yes. I mean, I wouldn't even be trying if I didn't think so. So I would have to say yes. I mean, I don't know anything but I would like in terms of, what the future holds, but I would have to say yes. I do feel like something like this would get me there. Because again, I know it's possible. I know it's very possible. I know a lot of people do it. And also it's I would be involved with something that I love. I've never really made a lot of money doing something I actually love. Like I've quit a couple of jobs that paid well, but it just, it was so stressful for me to even get up and go to work and do those types of things. So um yeah, I feel like it would have to work out.
So you're at a point now where you feel like this would probably give you the opportunity to actually live versus just exist and do your
Yeah,
purpose.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So let's talk about this. It sounds like the only thing holding us back right now is the finances. We just need to get resourceful, put our heads together and figure out something that works for you and your family. Is that right?
Right.
Cool. Let's talk about it, my man. So let's talk about some different options. What we could do, but I'll ask you this first, and you can just be as transparent as you like. What do you feel comfortable with within your current budget that you would feel comfortable putting down?
Um, I mean, I would hate to put a cap on a number, but at the same time, but like because I wasn't really expecting this. This was just kind of, um, I don't want to say random, but it was just, um, it wasn't something I was expecting at all. Not in terms of, um, the like a down payment or anything like that. It's just that I would say I don't really know. Like what would be like what would be like this like a decent down payment that somebody would normally put down?
So I told you what the average would be if you're not using financing options. Now, you don't have to put down 2,300. You could put down whatever you want. The reason I gave you that number is so the reoccurring monthly payments didn't seem so overwhelming for individuals, right? If we could, this might be able to help you out. What I could do is spread it out over 6 months versus 4. So let's just say on a hypothetical, man, let's just say, see here, 7,300 divided by 6 months. If we just divided it by 6 months even, what it'd be like just over 1,200 per month. If you put down, let's just say minus 15, let's just say 1,500. Okay, that brings it down to 5,800. We divide that over 6 months. Your payments are under $1,000. It's $966 a month if you put 1,500 down. The course itself is 4 months. You have a 3 times your investment guarantee. You'd probably actually be able to pay this thing off before 6 months if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could see that. That's definitely doable. I would just have to like, I would just have to just, I would just have to kind of just think on it for a second, like maybe a few days.
Cool.
Because
Let me ask you this. Oh, go
Mhm.
ahead. Go ahead. Finish up. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was just saying like, like I'm not really in a position financially um to take I don't want to say I definitely don't want to say to use the word gamble, but I'm not in a position financially right now uh to make those types of investments right away. I already as it is have a lot of responsibility. So like um it would kind of be like in a way I want to say selfish, but um I have a lot to go through before I could just do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's take moving forward off the table. Let's just talk for a second on some stuff that you just brought up. Okay. So your main thing was you want to be a provider for your family, your daughter. You want that flexibility. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're not at a point, I want you to think about that 3 times your guarantee. And then I want you to think about the average individual. The average individual is getting their first client in month 1. It takes them like 1 week. Do you think of yourself as an average individual?
No.
No. So that's what average individuals are doing. Okay. So think about what you've already overcame, what you've accomplished in your own life, and what you've provided for yourself. We know right now that a 9 to 5 is never going to be the answer. I think you mentioned it earlier. You can't expect change if nothing changes, right? So you're literally at a point to where we can probably figure something out that makes sense for you. But the top coaches, the top athletes, you said you were an athlete before, right? What sport did you play?
Football, basketball, baseball.
Okay, so everything, right? So regardless, I can name off Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Kobe Bryant, insert your favorite athlete, okay? And then I'm going to compare this also to the sports that you play. What do all those sports, all those players, what do they all have in common?
Man, they're all hard workers. They're dedicated. Um, they don't accept failure. They probably have like a fear of being average. Um,
I'm going to
they're
go one deeper on
competitive.
you. All of them, you're right, all of them have that, but all of them have coaches. Coaches have coaches, and they're
Oh
all
yeah.
they're all quick decision makers. Okay, so when you're on the middle of a football field, baseball, whatever, you have to react quickly, right? What's in front of you. Okay, so especially that Kobe Bryant, right? He takes action immediately. He's quick action, and he rarely second guesses his thought, if ever, right? Whereas an individual who is maybe a mediocre individual or not on that level, they're overthinkers, they're overanalyzers, and it takes them forever to commit, and they always change their mind. So that comes in entrepreneurship as well, right? Entrepreneurship might not be for everybody, but for the ones that take action based upon where they see themselves, not on their current circumstances, right? So are you an action taker, or are you someone that prolongs the inevitable?
No, I'm for 100% sure I'm an action taker. It's like I said, it's just that like I mean part of the reason, like if it was easy for me to just put down 1,500 or whatever, I probably most likely wouldn't even have to really do this. Like it's something that I'm trying to get to that point where I could just, oh here. And if it wasn't honestly, if I didn't have financial obligations right now, like I would have already, you know, I would have already just made the decision. Like I'm committed here. I'm just not committed here right now.
Cool. No, and I get that. So
So
what
it's
I get that. What I'm trying to help you out is what I can do is I'm giving you just options without any type of financing. So I'm going to give you a number, and I want you to think how crazy this is. Okay. So we have an option where you're literally $424 away from financial freedom. We have a party called Sweet Pay. It's a third-party financing company. It allows us to take that 7,300. We split it up over 12 months, not 4 or 6, and it's only 5% down. 5% of 7,300 is 365, plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get going on a hypothetical today would be 424. Your next payment would be due until the end of August, which is about 6 weeks away. And your monthly payment from there is like 622, which is equivalent to you need like 1.5 to 2 clients, depending on what you're charging. That's nothing.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a great option.
Is that something that you'd be willing to commit to for not just yourself, but for your daughter, and to get to that spot that you want to get to?
Yeah, I definitely can. I definitely can commit to that. Is there like I remember when I was doing the other, well, when I was working with the other company, this wasn't even that long ago. This is about 2 months ago. I was working with the other company. Um, is there like a is there like a when he first pitched when he first sold me on it, he was saying that like there was like a deadline to like even start because there's no what would you call it? Like there's no, trying to think of the right terminology. Like he was basically saying there's no guarantee that um that same like deal or plan would still be there.
No,
You know what I'm
there's not.
saying?
Yeah, so he's basically referencing that based upon like what happens, like as far as like if we were to get a new software, like right, if like Chat GPT and AI just came about like what 2, 3, 4 months ago, we just literally we're one of the first ones to implement that. So anytime something new gets added into what's hot right now, we'll update our program. Sometimes that causes a price increase, whatever. But no, man, I'm not gonna finagle you and say that if you don't do this today, you're gonna miss out, right? I'm not gonna do that. But what I will say is coming from personal experience, when I was on the same phone call, I told them that I'd be back in a week once I get paid. I didn't jump back on that bitch for 4 months, man. And I was making money. It wasn't a financial.
Nah, that's, no, I'm listen, bro. Like and that's funny. Like that's human. You know, sometimes people just don't even like you know, trust other people enough to like maybe that was your issue. Like you said, it wasn't even financial. Like again, like I told you, I make money, but I also have to spend a lot of money. Like I have obligations like right now. That's the reason why I'm like I don't want I'm not that's the reason why I'm hesitant to like I gotta get a fucking oil change. I gotta pay my car note in like 3 days. I got, you know, I just paid rent, you know, on the first or so a second, whatever day that was. Like I have maybe just because, you know, maybe just I need that sense of security. Even if I could just go, I could actually like just go do Uber for 2 days and just put the 500 or whatever it is down. Like that's not, it's not something that I'm like, oh, you know, I'll come back and I'm just gonna like, you know, ghost you or nothing. It's something like this. Like I said, this is the second time I've tried it. Like I've tried it and like I said, maybe it wasn't an issue with their program, but it didn't seem like the right fit for me. Like when I was looking at, you know, the things you guys had to offer, it just sounded like a better thing, and that's why like I wouldn't be here if I was wasting your time. You know, like I could be, I was in there in the house making CMOS orders when you said, oh, I'm ready, let's get started, and I was like, okay, let me stop this. Like I'm serious about it. It's just, you know, like I wouldn't sit here and act like my financial situation is the best. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that and just bring you all around, you know. Like I'll definitely do it for sure. I'll definitely do it for sure.
No, Chris, I'm not questioning you. I'm not questioning you at all or your mentality. I'm just telling you like kind of what I went through. But
Right.
I want you to think about all those things that you said as to why you can't. So you came up with a lot of reasons why you can't. And we're not even talking about moving forward today, but I want you to think of reasons why you can and why we should do this, right? So if you can Uber for 2 days and get it, all those same issues that you're talking about today and those responsibilities, they're still going to be there tomorrow. And if you don't change, I'm going to ask you this. If you weren't to move forward, and I get that you said that you are, so I'm just saying hypothetical, if you weren't to move forward, what does the next 6 to 12 months of your life look like if nothing changes?
I would say, I mean, I would say realistically, I would say it looks the same. You know, I won't sit here and say I know. It could be better, it could be worse, but you know, realistically, it looks like I'm always working to be better. So it's not something that I don't even like to tell myself like, oh, it's going to get worse. But you know, I would say it looks the same. It probably won't look like, you know, 10K a month or, you know, what I'm expecting to get out of this program. But
100%. Now, let me ask you
yeah,
this. What happens if you do move forward? And now you're not having to hustle and have 8 different jobs, right? Or side hustles, right? You could just do the one thing that you were meant to do. What would that look like? What would the next 6 to 12 months of your life look like then?
I mean, I'll be showing my teeth a lot more. I would say that.
No, man. So what I'm saying is, man, I can give you all the time you want, but I'm just saying, think where we're at. If you're at a point to where, yeah, is it going to be uncomfortable? Yeah. Is $7,300 a lot of money? Fuck yeah. Is it overwhelming? Yes. As a trainer right now, once we get off this phone, that come to Jesus moment is going to go away like after about an hour and a half. She'll be like, that boy's talking about $7,300, man. Fuck him, right? That's a lot of money. Now, your mind will tell you to make actions based upon previous circumstances. So your brain doesn't like anything that's uncomfortable, right? So it's going to go based upon what you did in the past. So If this is something brand new, dude, I get it. Money's money. 65, dude, $75 is a lot of money to invest in. I'm a stickler with my dollars, right? But if this is going to guarantee me that I'm going to 3 times the amount that I'm investing in literally 4 months or less, and all it relies upon is me to execute, I'm taking that risk every single time. It's a calculated risk. The only way I fail is if I don't show up.
All right, let me say this to you, and I'm gonna say this to you because you know, I definitely believe that you're being sincere in your approach. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invest into myself through this program. I'm gonna do it. Just today, I can't make that commitment just today. Like I literally mean just today. Like I would say, you know, I'm not gonna promise you tomorrow because I don't know what's gonna happen to me tomorrow. But you know, as long as I'm gonna commit to this program, I really am. I don't want to say I don't want to make it seem like you got to take my word because you don't know me. But I'm telling you, man to man, I'm gonna commit to this. Like I feel like there's a reason why I even, you know, I never in my life thought of online coaching, and even though I knew people did it, there's a reason why this keeps popping up, and I'm a firm believer in that, and I know that I have the work ethic. It's just that financially because I have other obligations and I can't, you know, I have to also make sure I have some kind of breathing room. I can't commit today, like not in terms of like any type of payment.
Cool, I got you. Cool. So what I'll do is, man, after this phone call, I got one more after you. I'll send you a condensed presentation of what we went through so you can kind of review that when you're not in a car, when you can actually relax, sit back and chill, right? When you put your baby girl to bed, you can look things over. It's like a 10-minute presentation over everything that we just went through, just real fast, okay? I'll send you over the guarantees, the examples, so that way you can like just look at it, pop it up on your phone. You don't have to hit any links, anything like that. But why don't we at least book a call for when, is it later this week? Do you feel like you're going to be in a better spot? I just want to at least lock you in for a time spot that we can talk. It doesn't even have to be about moving forward.
What's today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's Wednesday. It could be any day, right?
Yep. I mean, right now I've got, what's today? I got some spots open on Friday and then again on Sunday.
Let's do Sunday, because Sunday is a day that I don't work as much because I play football on Sunday mornings. So let's do Sunday at whatever time after noon.
That works for me because I'm in church. What are you PST time? No, you're not PST. You're Eastern time, right? Are you Eastern time?
Yeah, EST.
Okay, yeah. So why don't we do 2 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday?
That's cool. That's cool.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. 2 p.m. That's perfect.
All right. So I'm locking you in for 2 p.m. and we'll just talk and see what your thoughts were. No pressure. I'm going to end up texting you that information tonight and kind of see if you get a chance to, I'm going to send you over a free mini course too, just like look things over. I want you to leave with the mindset today that you're already a student. Like I want you to imagine if we already put everything down on the table and you are part of the family. So if you can agree to that, I'm going to take care of you like a family. I'm going to send you over some resources. We're going to make this thing realistic for you.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that too, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. If you have any other questions for me, the number I texted you from is my specific number. So it's not a bot or something. It's just my number, man. So if you have questions, concerns, shoot me a text and I'll make sure I get everything answered for you. Cool?
The 402 number?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay.
All right, my man. Hey, I greatly appreciate your time today.
Same to you, man. I appreciate everything all the information. I appreciate you being raw and genuine. I appreciate all that, man, for sure. Definitely.
100%. So after this next call, I'll send you over all that. So probably the next hour and a half, you'll have all that information. I promise you. Cool?
All right, cool.
All right, man. You have a phenomenal night.
All right, you too, man. Take it easy.